Bible says that if you are being trusted with the smaller things, so I'm gonna trust you with the bigger things, because you know, in life, like this principle, it applies everywhere. In life, you cannot start with grade 12. You must start with grade R, whereby we even as a Christian, we start you with basics.
We cannot trust you with, you know.
We start you with the things that are the basics, and as you grow, as you grow, you're no longer now drinking the milk. We give you the meat. If then you can take the meat, then we give you the bones. But our problem is that we are at the level of being able to take the milk in a way that we are at the stage whereby we are unable to manage it very well, but then we want the bones. It's like now, as you was saying, in terms of finance, you can't manage the little that you have. You can't use it effective in a way that when you have money, after some while the money is finished, but you can't point what you did with that money. But at the same time, you still want God to give you more.
It's the same as, for example, in a church, where actually someone says that, you know, you are waiting to have maybe $1 million for you to start giving. You know, sometimes it's using the little things that you are given. I feel so much more that this discussion is actually saying to the people that be conscious of what you have. Be conscious of who you are. Be conscious of what you are bringing to the table. You know, because that will determine how far you go. You know, we must stop looking, you know, at who has what, you know, what are they doing, and focus on our own lives. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we miss the most beautiful things, you know, in our lives. Why? Because we are looking at other people. It's like our focus is misled. So even as he's saying that he that is, you know, if you are faithful with little, which is the second principle now, you know, the first one which we are discussing now, it says that management does not necessarily mean you hide, you bury your, you know, your talent. Management means increase. You know, management means leading you to increase. The second one, he's saying that if you are trusted with little, God will entrust you with more. And it's funny how we want to do it. If we want to start with more. We don't want to start with little. No one wants to start with little. You know, we always want to start big. You know, there's no problem of starting big. If you have resources, like we are saying, maybe according to the capability that God has given you, you have 5 talents already to crack a big thing, go for it. But remember that, you know, I believe that lives go through processes and stages. Like a child, you know, they cannot be born and already an adult. They have to go. The Bible says that first the natural, then the spiritual. I believe that there is so much, you know, patterns in our natural world, you know, that actually denotes to us that there is nothing that you can do that doesn't go through a process. For example, if you sow a seed, you know, you dig a seed, you dig down in the ground and put in a seed. It will take through time, you know, it will take through stages and processes for it to become, you know, a tree that we can actually be able to reap fruits from it. So what we are saying is that, you know what, we have to look at all these things and the lessons that, you know, God hid them, you know, in nature, in the things that, you know, we see. For example, a woman, when they conceived, it takes 9 months. It shows that sometimes it's about going through the process. We cannot expect to manage the resources and want to take shortcuts.
And
you know?
and in that case, as he's speaking about planting a seed, and then the seed grows and then it gives you fruit. This thing, another thing that, guys, we must understand is that in life, there is nothing that happen automatically. Sometimes it's because of the decisions that we are making and everything. So now, if you plant the seed, it's not just gonna grow. I mean, you must manage that. How do you do that? You go there, you you water
cultivate
it,
the ground.
you fertilize the ground, you make sure that around it there is nothing that is going to disturb it to grow. And then by doing that, what you do, you're giving it a space to grow so nicely. And at the end of the day, there's gonna be some fruit, because why? You have managed it well. So the critical thing here, we understand the issue of the process, we understand the issue of the steps and everything, but the important thing that we want to focus on today is that the management of resources, that it attracts even more.
Yes. And can I just give you an example that when you are able to manage what you have, you become impactful.
Yeah.
You become impactful.
Yeah. Sometimes we,
you know what?
we are confused in terms of where the areas of our influence and all that, because we don't manage ourselves with what we have. And we are looking externally to say, you know what, I wish I wanna be like Barnabas. I wish I want to be so. And another thing in terms of managing is that you must invest in yourself. You must come to the point whereby you create a bigger room to be able to catch even more. Yes.
Like he is saying there, we are not diminishing, having someone as a role model. That is very good. But capacitating yourself first, that's the beginning of managing resources. If you don't increase your structure, it's like you want the Lord to bless you with 1,000 liters of, let's say, of petrol. And you only have 5 liters, you are only a 5-liter vessel. How do you expect the magnitude of the product to match, the vessel? So, like he's saying, managing resources is also managing yourself. Creating a structure in you, creating a capacity, creating a structure that will determine manifestation. It's like creating a foundation that will hold, the structure that you want to do.
Yes.
So, like we are saying, managing resources, we are looking at it at a financial perspective, but you also can manage yourself.
Yes.
You can manage yourself, creating capacity to hold what God wants to do through your life. It's like most people, for example, you desire maybe to be in the prophetic, but you know what? You don't even desire the gift. You want to be in the prophetic, but you don't even desire it. You don't even read about it. You don't even, learn, what entails concerning the prophetic. There are many examples. For example, someone wants to be a business person. They have the dream or the idea, but they're not willing to put in anything, to the front to say that this is what I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn, how to do business, how to trade. I'm going to learn how to market. I'm going to learn customer service. Those are self-capacitating. It's like you are capacitating yourself. It's very much important that part of managing resources is to manage yourself.
Yes.
People who just to come to think about it, how do you want to manage another object if you can
manage yourself? That's the problem. And in managing yourself, it actually involves a lot of things. But one critical thing that we can speak about, as he has mentioned, in terms of time, it's very, sometimes if you can't respect your time, how then can you respect someone's time?
How can you be impactful?
Yeah. So how can you manage someone's time if you cannot manage your time? Like now, you tell yourself that I'm gonna wake up at 4 o'clock and study. And what you do in that case is that, okay, I'll wake up at 4 and study, and you go to sleep and all that. But then instead of waking up at 4, you go, you know, until you snooze the alarm.
10 minutes until it's after.
Yeah, but so until it's even 6 o'clock.
Yes.
So for that time, from the time that you wanted to wake up and then to the time that you wake up, then you ask yourself that if you can do that to yourself, then how about the next person?
For example,
sometimes our problem is that we want to do things so that to people reappear as if, you know, we are good at this thing, but Rena ourselves, we disappointing. I've always tell people that the one key of becoming influential is that don't disappoint yourself. If you want to do something, to say, I'm gonna go to gym, I'm going to exercise, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna manage my body, I want to be fit and be what. Do that to yourself, because you are actually saying, like as you are saying, look at what you have. Another problem is that the external thing, we have everything, then we just need to manage so that it grow.
Yeah. I think our problem as a generation is that we don't want to go through that process of managing. You know, it's easy for, you know, everyone, I believe there is something that God has placed inside of you. It can be money. There is money around in your life. It can be time. Sometimes you can't give money, but you can give your time. Sometimes you can't give time, but you know what? You are there.
Yes.
You are there in your bodily form. You are there. You are supporting. You know, maybe somebody's doing something. You can't give money. You can, you know, invest time in it, but you can, you know what? Be there, present. But I believe that, you know, it always looks easy to say, you know, managing. When you manage your resources, you know, you attract more. I believe that, I feel like as a generation, we don't want to go through the process of managing. You see, managing has an ing, it's a continuous, it's a continuing present tense. It's a continuous tense. It means that it's a process that continually happens. And I believe that we are a generation that, let's say maybe we are talking about managing resources now today, when you sleep, you're gonna say, I'm gonna wake up at 12 and pray. Tomorrow you don't do it. And I believe that in managing resources, that there's consistency. You can't, you know, for a tree to grow and to bear nice fruit is to consistently nurture it, put manure in it, you know, till the ground, you know, all of those things. I believe that what our generation lacks is consistency. You know, we cannot manage resources without being consistent. You know, to when you need financial help, you know, financial help, or you want to sort out your debt, is being consistently, you know, paying them. One which is you're not paying one and miss another debit, and you know.
Yeah, so it's very much important. And another thing, guys, when we look at the way managing, it has management inside. So it includes the thing of leadership. So you must be a leader.
Take charge, be in control.
Decide. Trust your decisions. Trust that whatever that you're saying is correct, and that's how it has to be. And don't come to the point whereby you lack self-confidence. You lack
that's because you didn't have someone's affirmation.
You always look for the approval of some people in order for you to do things and all. And in a way, it delays you. Things in your life, they don't progress because you are waiting for someone to come and tell you, okay, what you are doing is wrong. When someone is coming criticizing already, you are unsure of yourself, and in that it means you don't show your leadership. in yourself, and in that you're not showing the leadership, then how are you then going to be able to manage? You can't.
Wow.
The problem is we want to see ourselves managing and all that, but we are failing to lead ourselves.
Yeah.
We are not the leaders of ourselves, but then we want to see us leading other people, managing people, doing all those. That is why we end up in workplaces. Have a management that is not doesn't have a good leadership. The problem is we ourselves, we are failing to manage ourselves. Then we want to try to manage other people. Trust me, if you can't control your things, you can't manage your time, you can't do good with whatever that you have in yourself. To other people, forget it. Otherwise, you are not being true to yourself. You are pretending. And therefore now, don't expect good result to come out of there. Remember, whatever that you are showing out there in public is the result of what you do privately. When there is no one affirming you, when there is no one looking at you, when there is no one, like an example, Jesus. What a feed.
What did David do?
This man, he conquered in the secret place. When he was there in the wilderness, there was no one seeing him. But a bear came, he took a sheep, and then he fought it, and then he overcome. But look at this, the very same testimony that he had in the private alone, when he was going to face Goliath, he said that the same God that made me to conquer there. So you must conquer first yourself. You must be able to manage yourself. O ka start botsa ka taba ya gore wena o ka gona go handle di, you know, that is what palla go handle di issue tsa batho. A re manage di issue tsa batho when we are not able to even advise people who re palela ke go barking these things. Re phela re sna selo on ourselves is because we are. It starts with you, and you must remember discipline. This is very critical.
He's flowing, guys. He's flowing. Let me allow him to flow like a river. Like a river that flows.
This is critical.
You know what? I think you have, most, critical points there. I'll allow you to flow, my love. I'll just flow like a river. Like Pison, Gihon, he the girl, he phrase like the rivers in the garden, of Eden. Flow, my baby. Flow.
But so
discipline.
It's very much important. Remember, management of resources attract more. Home manager but then you will always attract people that they will contribute to your purpose in your life. When you manage people very well. Don't be that person.
So you manage resources, you manage the resources in time, money, yourself.
Everything.
And you also manage people as well. People are resources. In project, people are resources. People, stakeholders. You need all those.
Somewhere, somehow, there was
a conversation.
Some conflict in terms
of. You say that people are not resources.
Something like that, but
I honestly believe, if you are putting it right, without maybe labeling it to sort of like to control people. People are relevant, are resources. Why? Because in a business setup, you need different kinds of resources. You need personnel. Personnel is a resource.
That's why we have human resource.
Yes. So human resource is personnel management, I would say it like that.
Yes.
So I understand that. I believe that people, I don't agree to where you actually being abusive to people and say they are resources, because you can, you waste time, you can take money, launder. That's where I'm against it. But in the essence of recognizing the importance and the role, in your project, what you want to do, I believe people are, it's personal, it's preference. It depends how you see it. But I see them as, as a resource.
Like we've said in the beginning, the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply.
Can we talk about this, baby?
Yes. Yeah, like we've mentioned in the beginning, that be fruitful and multiply. In being fruitful and multiplying, and then then subdue. To say that this thing actually is not a one-man show. You can't do it alone. That is why it's very much important to manage people very well, because when you have people in your life, people are key. People, they have something that sometimes you can reach here, but they can be someone that can take you where you are and put you on another level. So now you must treat people well. Make sure that the people that are in your life, you take them serious. And in managing them is that respecting their time.
Wait. Can we talk about this? Let me just cut you there. Let me cut you. I want us to talk about being wasteful. Being wasteful.
Okay.
Yeah, being wasteful.
In related to the management.
Yes. We can't manage if we are wasteful.
Yes.
Like, for example, in the Bible, Joseph. You know what Joseph did? There was famine in the land. In the season of plenty, he created storehouses for corn. Because he knew 7 other years of famine are coming. You understand? So it speaks of our mentality, our attitude, towards resources. You understand? We must also understand. I believe that, our generation, we have this thing of, when you have more, that's what you want to show off now. And it's time to buy that. It's good to buy Mercedes Benz. We also going to buy it. Okay. I'm prophesying. So it's good. It's good, to spend. But you must be mindful. Manage, like he's saying, I don't believe that we can create in us a managing resources mentality if we are wasteful. There are some things that needs to fall off. There are some attitude, there are some what do we call behaviors. If we really need to manage resources, that we have to cut them down. Like being wasteful, just going and just spending everything, and when you come back you don't have everything. You said that, what do we call, living a wild life with a low budget. Some of us, we are living a wow life with a low budget. So it doesn't show wisdom. I believe that there is a certain level of wisdom that is required when we need to manage resources. Wisdom is seen by what you do. The things you produce. They tell us if you are wise, or you are not wise. So I believe, most of all that, we need to pray maybe to God in our time, to say to the Lord that, and make us aware, of that which we are carrying. Because I believe there's no one who didn't come to the earth. There's that principle where, that story, that they say that when a baby comes into the world, they come carrying, their hands are always folded. And when old people interpret it, they say that because he or she is carrying something. So every one of us, when they come to the earth, they come carrying something. There is something that you've carried. It can be one talent, but we are saying today that, if I would say, the Lord is actually saying that we need to manage what He has given us. I believe that we are also not having impact in our generation because we can't manage. There are so many people that God has entrusted with much, that they are not managing the resources well. That's why, we keep on struggling with the same economic problems, the same challenges in the world. You know why? Because people who are given resources, people who have something, they're not doing anything. So I believe that we cannot be, we cannot say we manage resources and just be reluctant and allow things to happen in our times. Really relate. You just look and now you're not bothered by anything. That's why we can't see change. This is just a broad topic. It's just broad, but like what we said, this is just the first part, of the series. I believe we are going to have, speakers in the following sessions concerning finances, concerning, that will come and speak of other resources that we may deem, important in our time. So I want us to wrap it up, baby. Is there something you want to say? Is there something, lastly you want to add to our discussion?
Okay. What I just want to add in terms of mismanagement of resources is that when you mismanage, like the guy that received 1 talent, the master said, "You foolish." So he even took the talent that
away
he
from
gave.
him.
So meaning if you mismanage, you lose it. If you are in a marriage, you don't manage it well, you lose it.
Come on.
If you are in a business, you don't manage it well, you lose it. If you are in a church, you don't follow the principle of God, the way the Lord is leading you in managing if you don't manage people very well, you lose them.
That's why we like saying, "Hey, you are lucky. Hey, this one is lucky. You get an opportunity after opportunity." It's because you were not doing anything. Something was taken.
So that's very much important. If we don't manage, we lose it. So everything in life, if you want a good thing, T.D. Jakes once said that if you want a good thing, like a good marriage, you must build it. If you want a good relationship, you must build it. And there are a lot of elements that are involved when you are doing that. And one of the critical things is the management of resources.
Okay, guys.
Your time.
Okay, guys.
It's very much important. So let's manage well. Let's manage our time. Let's be disciplined. Let's manage the resources that the Lord has given unto us. So in doing that, it's going to attract more and you're going to grow even more. You will be influential. You know your gift, you know your skills, you know your talent. Manage it well, cultivate it, look for help, train and all that, and grow in it. You will grow and you will expand, and the Lord is going to give you a lot of people that you're going to influence and impact in your generation until you leave the earth.
Amen, Mufundis. Amen. Okay, guys, we are wrapping up here. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to us. I hope this, it will awaken someone, it will help someone. And thank you so much for subscribing. May you continue to share, our page with your friends, subscribe, continue to like, so that we can even reach even more people, impact even more people. Thank you so much from us, the Matlakalas.